Morning guys, Cameron here with another morning review for you. Today I want to show you guys, well, my Nexus 7 tablet's cover. I don't want to review the Nexus 7 tablet yet, but I want to first review the cover, because the Nexus 7 tablet review will be a little bit longer. I don't know, I want to start with the cover. So, the cover is the Speck Nexus 7 tablet cover, designed specifically for the Nexus 7, and I got it on the Speck website. It was pretty expensive. It was like $45, but the shipping is expensive if you live outside of the US, which I live in Canada, so they gave me a slight discount because I complained a little bit, but yeah, the price didn't come down that much. I still had to pay like $45 or something. The case itself is pretty nice. There's like some, I guess, leather or leather type stuff material on here. If it's leather, it's really thin leather, and it's just a round piece of cardboard or maybe plastic. I guess it's hard plastic inside, but it's durable. It's nice and hard, and it smells pretty much like leather. So I assume it's leather, but I could be wrong. It's expensive enough to be real leather. Around here we have a hard plastic cover, so that if you ever drop your Nexus 7 tablet, it's pretty much well protected. We've got hard plastic basically surrounding everything, and then this piece of leather and I guess plastic inside, and microfiber on this side that goes on your screen. It just kind of flaps around the middle. Sorry, the plastic part. Sorry guys, getting my hands in the way. I'm getting all tangled up here. Anyway, this thing is on a tiny elastic band, and basically it works well to snap on, but then it doesn't really stay that well closed. Like, that's the only latch, and as you can see, it leaves quite a large gap just by itself, and that's one of my biggest complaints about this thing, is that, look, when it's closed just normally, it sits open like that. Press it down, flatten it a little bit, and it's okay, but I don't know, that gap sometimes pisses me off a little bit. But I guess it's to give room for the microfibers to move around and wipe your screen a little bit, because the microfibers do keep the screen pretty well clean. If you wait till your watch, okay. Hey guys, okay, as you can see, I'll try to show this without distracting you with my face. You can see lines across the screen, alright? Do you see them? Maybe on that background. How else can I show them? Anyway, those lines are just like dust because of these ridges on the inside of the cover, and I'll tell you what those are for in a minute, but that's really annoying. But at least the microfiber kind of works, and it cleans it up nicely where it sits on it, but it leaves some dusty ridges, which you can notice, which is another So it's got magnets on this side, and when you close it on the Nexus 7, the Nexus 7 has magnets that detect it and it dims. So, pretty nice feature. Although, I do have a problem with it. Another problem with the Nexus 7 cover from Speck is if you open it, it lights up. Okay, fine and dandy. But let's say you want to go like this and hold your Nexus 7 like this. It goes dim. And the reason is that these magnets, when you fold it back, they get really close to this side again, and it doesn't always do it. See what I mean? And then when you see, it's closed like that. When it comes off, it lights back up. So the magnets can be detected sometimes if you hold it like this, which, you know, I want to hold it like this all the time. But what I do to stop it is I just sort of slip my finger back here and slip my finger into here, and it's kind of like a nice hold. It feels pretty good having your fingers on the microfibers, but it's not, I don't know, ideal, you know what I mean? So that's a kind of an issue for me. Okay, we'll talk about the buttonholes are pretty good. I thought from other videos that they would be bad, but you can pretty much get your volume pretty easily. There's no real obstruction, as you can hear. Turn the volume down, up, power on and off, and also it lights up the screen for you. That button. So, what else? It's got your microphone unobstructed, your speakers unobstructed, although the speaker on the Nexus 7's crap anyway, so. And then you got your USB, your 3.5mm audio jack, so everything is available on here, except for the 4-pin adapter, which I don't even know what that's used for yet, but I don't think it has any use. What else about this? I don't know. It's good in terms of it's going to protect your Nexus 7 really well because it's a really sturdy case and built with good materials. It's just that it wasn't well thought out. There's a couple of flaws that I mentioned, like the dust on the screen because of these ridges and the magnet problem. And the fact that this doesn't close all the way, these are problems that I guess are minor when it comes to the protection of your Nexus 7, but at the time there weren't really many other choices. There were some $10 ones, which I guess I would suggest going for in some sense, because this one is not perfect, although it will protect really well. I think the other ones will also protect really well. This one's a bit fancier looking, but really, like, the features are nice, and the stand is nice, but there's some other ones out there that you should check out. So yeah, I just wanted to say that before finishing off here by taking this off and showing you. I haven't actually taken this off since I put it on a couple of months ago, so it comes off pretty easily. Like, you have the bare Nexus 7, which is really nice, by the way. And I'll try to give a good review of this later. There you can see the ridges again. And we've got made in China, designed in California. Speck. And yeah, it's just this piece of hard plastic and this flimsy leather / microfiber / plastic hardcover. And it just goes around like this on the Nexus 7 and closes up. So yeah, put it back in. Just slide her in and press this and this and this. And there you have it. I like the sound it makes when you close it. And yeah. So that's the Speck case review for you guys. If you have a Nexus 7, you should definitely get it protected. There's some pretty decent ones out there. This one's probably one of the better ones, but you know, it's a little high price for considering how many flaws this thing has. Oh, I almost forgot to talk about the stand. The stand is very important. As you can see, the ridges, that's what the ridges are for. The ridges are for the stand. So you got that ridge. Just tuck this down a little bit. You got ridge number 2, ridge number 3, ridge number 4, ridge number... Oh, there's only 4. But you can stand it up a little bit because of this ridge here in the fold, which is pretty much ridge number 3. And as you can see, the ridge, the Nexus 7 has a ridge behind this, so it's not this that sits in the ridges, it's this thing behind that sits in the ridges. And it's confusing at first when you try to fit. Let me show you this thing. See if we can get a light on this. Try to fit this thing into the ridges. You're like, whoa, it doesn't really fit, it just slides around. But the trick is to put it slightly in front of the ridge that you want to place it on. So this one, put it slightly in front and it stays sturdy. So that's just a tip if you have it. And so you can get like some pretty good degrees of watching. Like I can watch it in bed like this, or I can watch it when I'm sitting at a table or standing up like this. And oh, another nice one is you can just turn this back, or sorry, fold this in, and you've got a keyboard. And you're good to go. Got some Reddit. You can just type away. It's a slate incline. It's pretty good. But I don't really type that much on this because, like, look, how am I supposed to fit? Like, you gotta type like down. I'm not gonna type on this thing that often. Google Now is pretty good. I can just speak to Google Now and it does what I want it to. So that's it. That's the Speck case review for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.